Today we're going to do the thread the needle, the upper threading for Singer. This is the model 403. This type of threading through the tension assembly is very much similar on most of the Singers, especially the 300, 400, 5, 600, like that. First I'm going to talk a little bit about tension theory. This is the tension assembly unit right here. There's discs inside of here that you run the thread through, and that's what provides the tension onto the thread, so you make a nice even stitch. Anytime you're going to thread the needles, you want to raise the presser foot, which actually also has another purpose of taking tension off of these discs. So if you look closely here, you can see that there's room. This assembly is loose now because the lever pushes against the spring. When you lower that, now you put tension back on and the discs are tight. And then you adjust the tension by putting more or less. And just for a quick shot here, the way that works, when you open that, see if we can get around here, it's a little lever right here, kind of a U-shaped lever. And when you raise and lower the presser foot, you'll see that lever right there moving. And that releases tension by pushing against the spring in here, or it provides tension by letting the spring push these. So foot down, tension tight, foot up, tension loose. So that's tension theory. That's upper tension theory. Now to thread these machines, you're going to want to turn the wheel towards you and get this take-up lever at the highest position. So we have that there. You take your thread on the spindle, the post. Whether it pulls from the front or the back really shouldn't make much difference on a machine. We start out with the upper thread guide, just pulling it through. We're going to come down here. Remember, our foot has to be up. These machines, many of them can do twin needle sewing, and you can tell because there's going to be 3 tension discs. So you can put a separate thread between 2 of them. I always start my first thread to go between the second and the third disc. Let's see if I can get in here. So we slip behind this guide right here, and we get between the second and the third disc. Then I pull off enough slack, about a foot or so, and then hold the thread so that you can lift this tension spring up and hook the thread behind this little hook right here. So that's going to keep it between the second and the third disc. And it's going to allow the spring to put tension on it. Now we'll come back up through this guide. So if you look at that for a moment, it really makes a lot of sense here. It's coming down between 2 of the discs, around the disc, pulling up the tension spring and hooking it right there. Now we've got to get the thread through this upper take-up lever. So we'll just put it right through there. So going back to our tension theory, look at that. See? Right around, between the discs, up over to pull the tension spring, and in this little hook. So you see everything is still loose here. Now that I've got it this far, I'm going to lower the foot. And now it's harder to pull the thread. There's a lot of tension on it. When the tension is off, by raising the foot, I can just pull all I want. So I like to lower the tension then, because that's all finished, and I don't want to lose any of it. Then there's a thread guide, usually right here next to the tension. So I'm going to come down through there. Then at the bottom of the head here, there's going to be another thread guide. Then over the opposite way, the needle holder thread guide. Oop, I think that slipped out here. Get that right back in there. See that? And then right through there. So you're getting the idea here. It's pretty much a straight shot down here. Now for the first thread, there's one more slot right here. And that's in the needle holder. So we just go in there from right to left. Sorry, the camera's kind of in my way here, so okay, there we go. So we'll get it. There we go. Up, came out. Let me just put it in there. Pull it down. There we go. Now, so it's through this thread guide, the needle bar thread guide, and the needle holder thread bar. Now you would just thread the needle from the front to the back. And I'm not going to make you watch me fumble around with that. So just to review, you start up here with your thread. You raise your presser foot to take tension off the tension unit. Then you come through any thread guide here. You come down. I like to go between the second and third disc, but it just has to be between two of them. Wrap it around. Catch it on the spring and pull up the spring so that you can get the thread behind that hook. You see how that's looking. And come right back up the guide, through the take-up lever, the tension assembly guide, bottom of the head guide, needle bar guide, and then the needle holder guide. Then into your needle, front to back. So that's the basic threading, upper threading, needle threading on Singer's 3, 4, 5, 6, even some of the 700s, and earlier models and later models. But that's how to do it. In the next video, I'll show you how to do a twin needle or double needle threading. Thanks for watching.